Well, the Astros welcomed Alex Bregman back to Daiken Park and Carlos Correa. And you know what? Carlos and Javier, I think they're a little bit more happy about the results. Let's talk about a great game one of a 3-game set in Houston right now.
Jainel Diaz, this is Locked On Astros.
Hello and welcome to Locked On Astros, your daily Astros podcast. Here are your hosts, Eric the Man Huysman and Brett H-Town Wheelhouse Chancey.
We are Locked On Houston Astros, and we update you joins for a daily Locked On Astros podcast. My name is Eric Huysman. He is Brett Chancey. Thank you for making Locked On Astros podcast part of your daily routine. Whether it's on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to us. Go and make us first listen. Apple, Odyssey, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts, go ahead and check us out. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Football season is right around the corner. Visit FanDuel right now and download the app and start planning your future bets right now. And guys, thank you for listening to Brett. We have a combined 18 years of podcasting experience, whether it's the off season, postseason, preseason, whatever it is. We are here for you. We're here to give you all the analysis, all just the shoulder to cry on when the Astros don't win. But right now, this was a playoff game. Yeah. Carlos Correa made his homecoming. And Brett, I don't know why you keep on bringing up Alex Bregman making his homecoming. It's the opposing high school now. We do not like Alex Bregman, but Christian Javier pitched in today's game. What other roster moves were made before today's game? And I know some people would be super happy that somebody's back. And I guess we could talk about Alex Bregman returning as well.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, we need to. I think it's appropriate. He's one of the guys that I'm not upset when they do tribute videos for, because he actually accomplished many things in an Astros uniform. Now, in regards to Carlos Correa, I mean, the crowd was electric tonight. It was a sellout. It was a Monday night. This is, I think, part of the reason why the Astros wanted to bring him back, because he has this mystique about him. He has this aura about him. And Carlos Correa was asked before the game about what he really liked the most about coming back. And he said it was his relationship with Jose Altuve. And he said, there's nothing like being on the same ball field with this guy in the same clubhouse. He said, not only is he a great baseball player, he's a great human as well. And so you love seeing that. Carlos Correa got a huge roar from the crowd when he went up, his first at bat. He nodded he took his helmet off and he tipped his hat to the crowd. And what do you know? He kind of contributed early, after that first inning, the 2 runs, Carlos Correa singled and Cam Smith scored. And so the Astros cut the lead in half then, and then the rest is history because the Astros ended up winning. But it's great to see Carlos Correa back. I mean, his wife's been making a lot of media run. She's been in interviews. His kids, are popular. I mean, his parents lived here anyways. His in-laws lived here anyways. So it was like he never really left. And I love seeing all the uniforms, all the different Correa uniforms in the crowd tonight. The Father's Day giveaway uniform, the 4th of July uniforms. I mean, all the different types of uniforms that people had for Correa, and people that even put duct tape over Correa's name and drew Pena and made the 1 of 3. They had to take the duct tape off their jerseys because Carlos came back.
Yeah, and it's all exciting to have your this is a guy that came up through the Astros organization, right. And there's a lot of fanfare when he came up. And when he came up, it was part of the reason why the Astros went to the World Series. And he was a leader. He was a valuable asset in the locker room. He was a valuable asset at the plate, and a big loss for the Astros when he left. But he has turned it up a notch with the Houston Astros, and it's like something that I don't think Twins were expecting. They knew that he was good, but he never really played to the expectations in Minnesota. But now, like you said, it's like playing alongside his buddy, his hermano, whatever you want to say, Jose Altuve. He's playing on a whole different level, and the fans were just electrified. And I know that the stadium gave Alex Bregman applause in the intro video. I guess we'll talk about that later. But the whole time, every time Carlos Correa did something, it was a round of applause. It was just like everybody was just raising their hands because this guy that we rooted for since he was basically a teenager when Jeff Luhnow drafted him was back in Houston where he should have been this whole time.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what gets lost in the fray is Roman Urias, who this guy came in, was 3 for 4 today, scored 2 runs, had a double, had a home run, had 2 RBI, hit his first home run as a Houston Astro, just looked great out there in the City Connect jersey. So you love seeing him become a part of the action, because what you have right now is you have an infield full of guys who can play the same position.
Right.
Whenever they're able to get in the game, whenever they're able to contribute, you absolutely love to see this. I think offensively speaking, I don't know that I'm going to call him the player of the game, though. I really think
the Astros did, Brett. What are you doing?
Well, the Astros did, but you know who I'm going to give player of the game to? Chas McCormick. Chas McCormick. Why not? Chazzy Fizz, the meatloaf, whatever you want to call it, Blummer. But Chas McCormick came in, was 1 for 3 today. He did have 2 RBI. He did score a run, and he had, I think, his first home run since like 2024. I mean, the guy has not contributed, and we've given him a hard time. A lot of fans are like, Chas is gone at the trade deadline, and he comes in and he contributes. I love Urias. Yeah, he probably deserves player of the game, but I'm going to give a co-player of the game or the runner-up to Chas McCormick, because you got to give the guy his flowers. He played decent defense. He got the home run. Without that home run, the Astros don't win.
All right, this is pretty good. Christopher Bean says, more Chas to meatloaf and less Chas to Salisbury steak.
Yes, that's what we need. I love it. I love it.
So Cam Smith, he's heating up a little bit too. He actually ran through a stop sign in yesterday's game, and in today's game, it felt like Tony Perez Chica was trying to actually tackle him, make sure he didn't run through the stop sign again. But he ended up scoring in that inning. But Cam Smith had 2 hits today as well, including a double off of Crochet. But we have to not lose sight at who the Astros were facing. They're facing Garrett Crochet, who is one of the best pitchers in baseball. He's 13-5 on the season. Even after giving up 5 runs in 4 innings, his ERA is still 2.48. So the Astros did this against a legit pitcher. This was not smoke and mirrors. This was they had him on the ropes. Well, not early in the game, but late, like kind of in a 4th inning is when they.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they scored 5 runs in the 3rd inning and 4th inning. So yeah, he only lasted 4 innings. So 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned, a walk. He did have 5 Ks with the 1 home run. You know, Garrett Crochet was the one that I saw as being a problem in this series. And so you absolutely love the fact that the Houston Astros got one over on one of the leading candidates in the AL for the Cy Young.
And we have to love that Christian Walker is continuing to get things done, like another double today, 2 RBIs. And the Astros are not going anywhere unless Christian Walker is hitting. And luckily, the Seattle Mariners were off today. So if the Astros lost, they would be in a virtual tie for first place. But now they now have a game lead over the Mariners. Now that could all change in tomorrow's game. So the Astros just got to put the pedal to the metal and just continue to win. They can't worry about what's going on with the Mariners. They just got to continue playing good baseball. And Brett, one of the reasons why the Astros won this game was Christian Javier. We'll talk about that next. But guys, thank you for making the Locked On Astros podcast your first listen every day.
All right, everybody, I want to tell you about Open Phone. This episode is brought to you by one of our great sponsors. If you're running a business, you know that every missed call is money left on the table. Think about this. Every missed call is missed money. Every missed call is you could have gotten that business. Open Phone is the #1 phone system that helps you streamline and scale customer communication, all from an app on your phone or computer. Do you juggle 2 phones just to keep business going? Well, no longer do you have to do that. Your whole team can share one number, and an AI agent handles after-hours calls, answers common questions, and captures leads, so you never have to miss a customer again. Open Phone is offering Locked On Astros listeners 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/lockedonmlb. That's openphone.com/lockedonmlb. And if you have existing numbers with another service, Open Phone will port them over at no extra charge. Open Phone, no missed calls, no missed customers. And if you want to go to FanDuel and check things out, August 26th is officially FanDuel Futures Day. And right now it's August 11th. You've got plenty of time. A brand new holiday for football fans who live for bold predictions and preseason hunches. For just 24 hours, FanDuel is giving you deals on NFL season predictions. So whether you're calling your MVP, eyeing a long shot division winner, or ready to crown your Super Bowl champ before week 1 even kicks off, this is your moment. Who do you have as the MVP? Is it Jared Allen? Is it Joe Burrow? Is it, CJ Stroud from Houston? Who's going to be your champion? Are you going to crown him in August? The Chiefs, the Texans, the Chargers? Yeah, sounds crazy, but you get to pick whoever you want. A parlay for your division winner, dark horses. Visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your futures bets now, because futures is one day and one day only. FanDuel, plan your game.
Hey guys, thank you for making Locked On Astros podcast your first listen every day, whether it's on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe to us. Go and make us first listen. Apple, Odyssey, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts, go and check us out. In this segment, we're going to go ahead and talk about a guy. He didn't make his homecoming per se, Brett, but he made his first his first time pitching with the Astros since May of 2024. That was Christian Javier. And we didn't really talk yesterday about who's going to be going down. I know that everybody wants to say Hernandez was going to go down, but it was actually Colton Gordon that got optioned down to AAA. I did a short about it earlier. And then also they designated Cooper Hummel for assignment. But what we did not know that Jacob Melton was about to get called back up to Houston Astros. So he is the #2 Astros prospect out there. So that is some of the roster moves that the Astros made today. But Christian Javier, he gave up the 2-run homer to Alex Bregman, who got booed after we'll talk about this a little bit more, but he got booed, especially after the home run. He did his little home run celebration at his old home ballpark. And so I don't know if that was in response to the boos, but he basically took advantage of the Crawford boxes like he's always done.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, I think booing Alex Bregman is a little strange. I mean, it's not like he came here for a year and was done. I mean, Alex Bregman, absolutely. Yeah, okay, whatever. I think it's lame to boo the guy. It's Alex Bregman. Come on. 2017 World Series doesn't happen, folks, without Alex Bregman. That's just ridiculous, okay? So get over yourselves. It's not like Alex Bregman flipped Houston off and said, screw you guys, I'm going to Boston, right? I mean, that's just, that to me is crazy energy. But what you talked about earlier about Jacob Melton coming up, Eric, did you realize that 3 Astros prospects have been called up in the last 3 days, and 2 of them aren't with the Astros anymore? Drew Gilbert in San Francisco, Ryan Clifford with the New York Mets, and now we have Jacob Melton. So you have 3 guys that were Astros prospects. Of course, Melton's been up. We know he's been dealing with the injury and things like that. But that's wild. Those 3 guys were 3 guys that the Astros were thought would be debuting in Astros uniforms.
Right.
And, Gilbert's over there. I mean, Clifton is in New York because of the Justin Verlander trade. Justin Verlander's getting 3,500 strikeouts, and everybody's talking about, are you on JV DFA watch like us? Are we going to bring JV home? I'm like, look, I mean, maybe to replace Hector Neris, but dude, Christian Javier today, The guy came out. I freaked out when he gave up the home run. I was like, maybe we should have waited till Baltimore to bring him back, but he settled down. And the reason why he's called El Reptile is they say he's cold-blooded. He doesn't show emotion. He just pitches. And someone told me today, I love when Javier pitches. No matter what happens, he just continues to do it. Like he puts one foot in front of the other. He doesn't worry about home runs. He doesn't worry about hits. He continues to stick with his game plan. And Eric, if this guy can get hot, if this guy can be nails like he was in 22, that's a huge disappointment for any opponents that face the Astros.
Exactly. It looked like he was going to come unraveled in first inning. And yes, guys, we are going to discuss the Josh Hader news. We are just seeing that come across the board. We'll talk about that in a second. But Christian Javier, he gave up 2 runs in the first inning, but then settled down 5 innings, 3 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. So his ERA, this is his first start of the season, but 3.60. So this is what you want. This would be the ideal situation of a pitcher that has not pitched in about 14 months. And so this is as good as you want. He looked like he was keeping them off their toes and just guessing. And he doesn't have the exact same stuff that when he first came up, the invisible and everything like that. But he looked like a guy that knew exactly what he was trying to do. Spencer Arrighetti in his first start, he was still trying to figure it out. We'll see what he could do tomorrow. But Brett, we do need to talk about the big elephant in the room. Why was Josh Hader not in this game? This was second day in a row that he was not in it. He last pitched on Friday. And so this is 2 days, I guess 3 games that he has not pitched. And after the game, Joe Espada did say that Josh Hader reported to the park today with some shoulder discomfort and is undergoing some tests right now to see what's going on with his shoulder. That would be a big loss.
Yeah, that would be a huge loss. Now, if it's shoulder discomfort and he needs a 15-day stint on the IL, whatever, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Right. But yeah, this is a guy that you cannot afford to lose at all, at any cost, because your middle relief right now, Eric, is not great. Steven Okert has been making too many mistakes. Hector Neris has been terrible since he's returned. I know they celebrated his 10th year in the major leagues, and that's all great, the pomp and circumstance, and it's all great. He got a saddle from his agent and blah, blah, but I don't care about that. That doesn't help the Astros win games. And when you get to the playoffs, someone doesn't go, oh, you have 10 years of service, let me strike out. Hector Neris simply has to be better. I love the emotion. I think he's a great fixture in the clubhouse. But what has he done to contribute to this team? He hasn't done anything other than almost start a couple fights. And so he needs to be better, because if you have Josh Hader go down at this point for a certain length of time, the middle relievers are going to have to step it up. Caleb, Ort, Okert, all these guys, you don't have a choice here. Sean Dubin is due to come back soon. That's good. That's a relief. You do have other pitchers still coming back, but gosh dang it, if Josh Hader goes down, that's gonna cause me to shake in my boots, because man, he's been so good this year. He's been an all-time great this year.
Now, if it's only a limited time injury, that's something the Astros can withstand for a little bit. Bennett Sosa came in and kind of got the final out, but the bullpen was just meh in this game. They gave up 4 runs and the rest of the 4 innings in this game. Javier gave up the 2 runs, but Neris and Okert gave up 4 of them. But we saw De Los Santos came in for his first appearance with the Houston Astros. He didn't look terrible. He gave up 1 hit in 1 inning, but Sosa had to come in and finish out the game. But the Astros are where they are. They probably could have got additional arm at the bullpen. Who they probably didn't know that Hader would have shoulder discomfort at this point. So hindsight is 20/20, and so we can go armchair quarterback, what Dana Brown did at the trade deadline. But what he did was he addressed the offense, and Brett, we are seeing some benefits from that, and we'll go ahead and talk about that in a little bit. But Alex Bregman made his return to Houston. Did the Astros fans do the right thing? We'll go ahead and talk about this. But guys, thank you for making the Locked On Astros podcast your first listen. Hey guys, let's go and talk about game day hue. Okay. You see this awesome hat? You can wear this to New York. I'm going to Arizona first thing in the morning. I can wear this, and you know how we're hated across the country. Well, people won't know this is Astros hat, and I can still wear my Astros colors out there. And that's the part of it, whether it's going to golf course, the airport, it's just no logo gear with team inspired colors for every pro and college fan base, whether it's LSU, where Alex Bregman came from, or whatever college you come from, Aggies. It's all about letting your colors speak for you. No giant logos, just smart, versatile style that works on game day, on the course, anywhere in between, whether it's on airports, whatever. And these gloves too, yeah, they smell like a hole-in-one. Just go ahead and wear it to Top Golf if that's all you do. But it's not just hats. Check out their split shade gloves made for the golf course, and the perfect gift for the fan that has everything. Right now, you can get 15% off with MLB15 at GameDayHue.com. That's GameDayHue.com. The code even stacks on bundle deals. So now's the time to load up. Let your colors talk, because colors speak louder than words. That GameDayHue.com, code MLB15.
You know, Eric, before we launch into Alex Bregman, before we talk about him and coming back, there's been a lot of people asking about Yordan Alvarez, and I just want to cue that up real quick. The update on Alvarez is that he's going through a hitting progression at the Astros complex in Florida. He hit on-field BP for the first time on Saturday. So Yordan Alvarez may be back sooner rather than later. So that's a good thing. And that's the thing when we're talking about people coming back healthy. The more hitters, the more bats we have, the less I'm concerned about the pitching side of it. But Alex Bregman, I said it earlier, he was booed. Would you have booed Alex Bregman, Eric?
I don't think so. Maybe after the home run, I would have booed jokingly, just because he just gave them a 2-0 lead. But not every time he came to bat. He's not Albert Pujols. He's not Aaron Judge. He's a guy that brought you 2 World Series to Houston. I know, like you and I were joking before the podcast about, do we include him on the front of the thumbnail? And I said, well, you don't include your opposing high school on your homecoming. So, but I know it is his homecoming. But I don't know what I would have done in this situation. Like, I have this respect for Bregman. It's not like the Astros probably tried, but other teams were willing to give him more than Jim Crane was just willing to give either money-wise or time-wise. And so it's not Alex Bregman's fault that Jim Crane just has this imaginary line that he will not cross.
Exactly. You know, him coming back, I knew he was going to, I mean, I don't know if you saw the video. I don't know if you watched the video on the telecast. I thought it was really good. And honestly thought there for a while that he was possibly going to maybe shed a tear or two, but not Alex Bregman. He's a good old tough guy, you know, from Albuquerque, New Mexico. He's an LSU Tiger, but the Astros had a lot riding on this game. You know, this is one of those games coming in emotionally could kind of get the best of you. Correa's back, Javier's back, Bregman's back, and you kind of get distracted, and it looked like it was almost going to end up that way, you know?
Yeah. I thought it was going to be a blowout game for a while there, Brett. And then the bullpen just coughed it up. It's like, come on, give us this blowout homecoming game, not this stressful crap that we witnessed today, Brett. Come on.
Yeah, well, you know, it is stressful. Well, the middle relief, I mean, if you're upset, throw it at freaking Hector Neris and Steven Okert. They gave up 4 runs between themselves. Ort had 1 inning and 2 strikeouts. Neris was 2/3 of an inning. Okert 1 inning, and he did give up 1 earned run. He's still got a hold out of it. De Los Santos came in. He looked pretty good. He only gave up the 1 hit. Then Bennett Sousa had to close the door, got his 4th save. So people are like, who is our designated closer? Well, someone said, well, why don't we bring on Ryan Presley? The problem with bringing on, I don't think Ryan Presley, if you sign him to the roster, can he be on the playoffs? On the playoff roster, if you sign him off of being a free agent?
I think if you sign them by August 31st, they could be on the roster.
But you can't trade. Like if you traded for somebody now, they could be on the playoff roster. Okay.
Right.
Just like this De Los Santos guy, he can't be on the playoff roster.
I believe that's the case. So I know somebody said that as long as they're on the roster. So I don't know what the big difference with the trade deadline is. I don't know the details. They keep on changing the rules on me, but definitely Presley has the option of coming in. The Astros basically are going with anybody that has a pulse. Hernandez keeps on staying up here. So, I mean,
you've got Abreu who can slide into that spot. Someone even says on here, why not Javier? I mean, that makes sense.
Did you see what he did today?
I'm just saying, Souza does have 4 saves already, so that's an excellent point. Looks like he could be the closer. You've got a few options, and no, Tez, we're not signing that guy that you mentioned. Dude, okay, hold on. Bauer can't even stay in the majors overseas. He's in the minor leagues overseas, and he's doing terrible. So stop it with that already. I mean, it's almost like you want to watch Price is Right with Bob Barker. Sorry, he ain't here no more.
Yeah, I think that people I don't know what it's the name, it's the big name that could be available, but there's just too much drama that comes with him, and I just don't think the Astros are going to bring that on themselves. But I just think that the Astros are going to go with what they got tomorrow. It's going to be Dustin May versus Spencer Arrighetti. Spencer Arrighetti he has not had a great season so far. He got cut short a little bit with that injury, but Dustin May is 6-8 with a 4.93 ERA. He has 101 strikeouts. Arrighetti is 1-2 with a 7.43 ERA with 13 strikeouts. So Trammell does have a home run against Dustin May, so take that for what you will. Christian Walker is also batting .400 against him in his career. Granted, it's only 10 at bats, but that's something. Yoshida has a home run against Spencer Arrighetti.
Look, man, these next 2 games I think are going to be electric, Eric. I think these next 2 games are going to be much like a playoff atmosphere like this one was. So you love to see it. I actually got invited to the game tomorrow night, and I wasn't going to go. But our good friend Ron, I call him Front Row Ron, he had an extra ticket. Shout out to him. Him and his brother, get this, 20 plus years sitting next to each other at Minute Maid Park, Daiken Park, whatever you want to call it, since the stadium opened. His brother passed away about a month ago. And so he's been going to the games, taking different people. And he reached out to me and said, hey, man, would you come watch the game with me? I'm like, heck yeah. So I'm not going to pass up that opportunity to watch the Astros next to my guys. So I'm going to be in the front row right behind Cam Smith. So I don't have a sign, but you'll see me waving. I'll bring my glove, but I will not reach over that yellow line, Eric.
And what is it with Abraham Toro, Brett, that he just hits home runs against the Astros? It's like the curse of the Toro.
I don't know. I forget about Abraham Toro until we play a team that has Abraham Toro on it, you know?
Yeah. But Jacob Melton, I hope that he gets some playing time. He's not just up here to be the Shea Whitcomb, so to speak, where he's just going to ride the pine. But the Astros have been really good at getting other people opportunities to play. Like you saw Chas McCormick. He's been playing a little bit more recently, and it paid off. He had the home run today. I know that Joe Espada does typically like to reward guys that have the big hits, so I would expect to see Chas McCormick back in the lineup tomorrow. Dubon had a little bit of a bad game today defensively. Well, maybe just that one play, but he just I guess it was just the way the ball rebounded off the wall. It got by him. He's normally pretty good defensive out there, but Sanchez, I really like watching this guy play. Urias just looked really good today. That home run was a blast, and just I think the guys the Astros got in the trade, especially the leadership that Carlos Correa is going to bring, is going to help them. But they gotta hold off the Mariners. The Mariners are not going to make it easy. They got the offense, they got the pitching that's coming back to who they were, and now that the offense is coming back to something that's better than they've had in the past couple of years. So,
Yeah, definitely. Well, look, it's gonna be a fun ride down the stretch. The Rangers, they don't really seem like they're going to be a formidable opponent. But look, the Red Sox have been catching us, Eric. I mean, when you talk about the standings in the American League, they are, they're 65 and 55. The Astros are 67 and 52. So they were making their way up. The Mariners, the Red Sox, and the Yankees all have that wild card spot right now. They have the Guardians and the Rangers, but the Rangers are 6.5 behind on the division. I'm not super worried about them, but it is going to be interesting to see who makes it and who doesn't, and who the matchups are going to be. I still think, and I still believe, no matter what happens, I think the Astros still have a shot at getting that number 1 seed. And not only do they need to win the division, they need to go for that home field advantage, because they have played a lot better at home outside of that 6-game stint at home all season long.
Right. And Christian Javier said after the game that he added a sinker to his repertoire during the rehab outing. So if he adds a different pitch, that's going to just make him a little bit more imposing down the road, especially once he really gets into the groove. So, guys, that's all we got for this edition of the Locked On Astros podcast. Thank you for making the Locked On Astros podcast your first listen every day, whether it's on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe to us. Go ahead and make us first listen. Apple, Odyssey, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast, go and check us out. And we will see you tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll be talking about another Astros victory.
Go Stros. You already had the music playing, right? You just turned it off.